kiss her again.
Even though it ended a long time ago, Friends has managed to remain among the most popular sitcoms ever. The series first aired decades ago, but new viewers continue to binge the comedy, and old ones can't seem to get enough of episodes they've seen countless times over. All of the friends dated and mingled within their group at one point, so there were plenty of opportunities for relationships to bloom. There were kisses that the audience had been eagerly awaiting and others that were just plain funny. Friends managed to toe the line between comedy and romance perfectly, and their on-screen smooches always leaned one way or the other.
You're cute too.
Thank you. All right, I gotta go unpack.
Okay.
After hooking up in London, Monica and Chandler couldn't get enough of each other. They kept their new relationship a secret from their friends, worried that things between them would get ruined if it got out. Out of habit, Chandler kisses Monica when leaving for work and completely forgets that Rachel and Phoebe are in the room. To save face, Chandler acts like it's his new parting gesture and kisses both of them. When Monica and Chandler get caught making out, Rachel and Phoebe are even more confused when Chandler makes out with them again.
Just thought I'd throw this out here. I'm no math whiz, but I do believe there are 3 girls and 3 guys.
Before the clock strikes 12, Chandler wants to make sure he has someone to kiss for New Year's. But the group can't figure out who should kiss who, and Chandler gets frustrated when no one wants to lock lips. Chandler starts demanding frantically for someone to kiss him, and being the good friend that he is, Joey obliges. He grabs Chandler's face and kisses him at midnight, leaving Chandler shocked and everyone else amused.
I'm gonna kiss you now.
Not if I kiss you first.
The one where everybody finds out remains a fan favorite episode to this day. The horrifyingly awkward pack and everything leading up to it makes for one of the funniest scenes in the show. Once Phoebe and Rachel become aware of Chandler and Monica's relationship, they try to use it to their advantage. Eventually, Monica realizes that their friends are in the know, and she and Chandler decide to get back at them. It goes back and forth until Phoebe and Chandler end up trying to seduce each other, waiting to see who will crack first. After a cringeworthy kiss that lasts less than a second, Chandler gives up.
Button back!
The button, the button.
I can't.
Ross and Rachel had a complicated love story. However, the will they/won't they aspect of their relationship made the romance a staple of the 90s. When trying to decide whether to be with Julie or Rachel, Ross makes a list of pros and cons to figure things out. Ross puts a lot of degrading insults in the cons column, and Rachel gets her hands on it. She refuses to be with Ross afterward, but once she watches a tape revealing what he did for her in high school, she walks over and kisses him. They weren't the most beloved couple, but there's no denying that their kiss in Barbados was a good one. Joey had been in love with Rachel for years and never thought he had a chance with her, but while on vacation, Rachel's crush comes to light. Joey shoots Rachel down because he doesn't want to hurt Ross, but he later sees Ross and his ex-girlfriend making out in the lobby. It was especially hurtful because she had just broken up with Joey the day before. After witnessing Ross's betrayal, he decides to give in to his feelings for Rachel. She opens the door and he immediately kisses her.
Then I'm sorry.
There was amazing chemistry between Phoebe and Joey, and Phoebe's crush was obvious to everyone but him. Sadly, the two never dated, and it felt like a lot of wasted potential. Sparks first started to fly when Phoebe impersonated her twin sister, Ursula. After Joey started dating her, Joey starts falling for Ursula hard, but Phoebe learns that Ursula is planning to brutally dump him. To soften the blow, Phoebe pretends to be her sister and breaks up with Joey in a much kinder way. Joey tenderly kisses her goodbye, and Phoebe seems to enjoy it. Joey starts to walk away, but he turns back and realizes it was Phoebe just from the kiss.
Yeah, you do.
Rings? Oh, crap. Okay.
Monica and Chandler's wedding was a pivotal moment in the show. Although Ross had been married before, Chandler and Monica were both in the friend group, and it was obvious that everything was going to change. Chandler always thought that he'd end up alone, and he never expected that the love of his life had been in front of him all along. Despite being the one everyone felt sorry for, he and Monica were the first to get their happy ending. Their kiss at the altar is a heartwarming moment that fans will never forget.
This up again. No, me neither. Okay, we're done.
Ross and Rachel kept viewers on the edge of their seats until the very last episode of the series. Their kiss in the finale was well-deserved for fans who had been following their journey for 10 years straight. Rachel getting off the plane is still an iconic moment in television history, and Ross listening to Rachel's voicemail was both stress-inducing and comedic. The message cuts off before Ross finds out if Rachel is gone, but he turns around and sees that Rachel did, indeed, get off the plane. Despite how much Chandler and Monica wanted to win the game they were playing against their friends, Chandler pulled away the moment he and Phoebe touch lips. He exclaims that he can't kiss Phoebe because he's in love with Monica, and Monica comes of the bathroom looking like she might burst into tears. They exchange I love yous and share an epic kiss in front of their friends. Everyone forgoes the competition and is taken aback by how much their friends love each other. Ross and Rachel's first real kiss was highly anticipated by viewers. Things never seemed to fall into place for them, as when Rachel finally realized she had feelings for Ross, he already had a new girlfriend that came back with him from China. Rachel keeps her feelings to herself, but drunk dials him one night and reveals the truth. Ross gets her message and flees the apartment in shock. Later, Ross comes to the coffee shop to talk with Rachel. The two end up fighting, and Ross storms out, only to come right back and kiss her.